Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Ox365 here, and today we're going to talk about why scratch offs are a trap for the poor. And ironically, we're going to be talking about this while we do some scratch offs. Got my dollar coin. Scratch offs to me have always been a funny thing because in most families we have the grandma or the uncle, or just that one wild card of the family that would play the lottery. And it always intrigued me because you hear these stories about, multi-million dollars, big wins, 100K, 50K, 20K. I've only ever met one person that I know that used to be a regular at my parents' business when I used to work at the tire shop as a manager. I only know one guy who used to be a taxi driver, and he would come in all the time, and he was notorious for always having scratch-off tickets on him. And I asked him one day, I was like, man, have you ever won one of those? He's like, man, at one time I won $500. And ever since, I've been trying to chase a big win like that. I'll win 5, 10, 15, $20 here. But I've never been able to chase that down. And that same year that I had asked him that question, he actually hit for $15,000 on a scratch off. And then he took that money, quit the taxi job, and who knows, 15 grand might have given him that leverage to boost up in life. See, but this is the thing. He won 15 grand, that's amazing. We all know that the odds of somebody winning are stupid low. Even though people know the probability of them winning is so low, they still play. I got a couple points on why I think that the scratch offs are a trap for the poor, as I'm going to scratch off the winning numbers here. So I believe this whole lottery stuff is a way that a dream is being sold to people, right? And everybody clings on to that false hope that they're going to be the ones to win. So the way that it's marketed is as if the lottery is a way out. As if you play long enough, consistent enough, you'll eventually hit big, and that's your way out of the hood. Let's just say the hood, but out of your struggle, whatever your struggle may be. And that normalizes thinking that way, like waiting for a leap of faith, or waiting for a big leap or a big way out, as opposed to dedicating yourself to having a consistent plan. A dedicated plan to getting yourself out of where you don't want to be. Our winning numbers for this one are, I'm gonna put them up close. Hopefully it's focusing. Winning numbers are 1, 21, 26, 17, and 28. It's the false hope effect. Think about it. Let's say you're struggling, you got a couple dollars to your name, and you got that mentality of like, man, I just need something to get me out, something to get me out. And you see a scratch off ticket. Let's say you have $15. You got $10 to eat, $5 to spare. You see this $5 ticket, you say, I'm gonna test my luck. What else do I have to lose? What else do you have to lose, my man? Lock in. First number, dud. Second number, dud. Third number, nope. 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 I've scratched off 6 numbers and I haven't gotten shit. The second point I have is that these lottery games, they're targeted for the desperate. Kind of ties in with the false hope thing. You ever notice you go into a low income area, and no matter how run down, beat down it is, You will always find a liquor store, lottery will always be available, and tobacco is always going to be at the forefront inside of areas that should be having things like, I don't know, investment centers, maybe more banks, stuff like that, you know. Instead, you got a bunch of alcohol, cigarettes, and lottery everywhere. Scratched off this whole ticket, and I didn't win shit. Third point is that these lottery tickets, it's almost like if they're conditioning you behaviorally to chase it. I mean, think about it. There's a certain level of dopamine, of instant gratification when you buy one of these and you go into your car and you're like, oh, and you're almost like, you almost have like a little bit of a gut feeling that like, oh my god, like what if I have that $1 million ticket? What if I can hit? What does this one say? This one says over $62 million. I'm able to win. Imagine scratching this off and winning $62 million like that. That gut feeling, that feeling, people chase it. People love it. True wealth is actually built on delayed gratification. On being able to day in and day out do the boring, stay consistent. That's how you really get out of a rut, not some freaking scratch off ticket. I scratch off this one, and let's see if I can get out of the matrix. All right, winning numbers for this one: 34, 7, 39, 38, and 33. They throw a bunch of 30s at me because they know I'm scared of becoming 30. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm excited. You know, life's been good, and I wanted to make this because I saw a lady who looked like she did not have anything together, and not knocking her down. People can fall into a rut. Anybody. Tomorrow I could lose everything and be in that position. Who knows? So I'm not judging her, but she held up the line. I was right behind her. She held up the line for almost 15 minutes, like scanning a bunch of scratch off tickets and buying lotto and changing one for another and getting $2 from one scratch off she won and then spending them on another. And it's just, I was just looking at her and I was like, man, this is absolutely crazy. Like, shoes all full of holes, the hair hadn't been done, smelling like cigarettes, booty, and donuts, and you sitting there playing the lottery. Like, I was like, you know, I'm gonna make a video today about that. And who knows who it's gonna reach. I just felt like speaking my mind on it because it's truly, it's an epidemic and we need to stop. There's a lot of gambling going on, and I'm not knocking gambling. If you're a gambler and you enjoy gambling, go ahead and gamble. If you enjoy scratch off tickets, go ahead and do your scratch off tickets. I'm not telling you what the fuck to do. Like, even me, I'm scratching this thing off and I'm like, man, I better win something. These motherfuckers. Alright, guys. So let's see if I win anything on this one. Nope. 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 Oh, nope. 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 And nope, man. I didn't get shit from this. It would have been funny if I'm sitting here making the video about the scratch offs and I end up winning. It's done, and this is done, and I won nothing. And now I spent $10 to make this video, so you better fucking subscribe and you better like the video because we're talking some game right now. At the end of the day, the math doesn't give a shit about anybody. The odds of winning the Powerball are 1 in 292 million. You got that, bro. You got it, bro. Just keep consistent. Don't miss a day. Play a lottery every single day. Consistency. Trust me, you're going to hit it one day. 1 in 292 million. You got this. Scratch offs. You'd be lucky if you get 50 to 60% of what you spend on them back. you'd be lucky. It's just money down the drain. That's the same $10 I just spent on those 2 scratch-off tickets. That's a meal. A cheap meal, but it's a meal. Somebody could have got fed. This is all just lack of information. Are you less intelligent because you pay a lottery? Absolutely not. But now when you get exposed to the information, like, you don't see no billionaires, no millionaires going buy scratch-off tickets. Why? Because they know the game. They know that their efforts are better spent building something for themselves than to go ahead and just try to have a wish, try to have a prayer. It's not going to get you anywhere. So I'm actually kind of glad I didn't win any of these, because I would have had to eat my words if I hit like a couple grand on one of these. And comment what you guys think. What do you think about this lottery shit? You know, do you know anybody who's ever won? Do you know somebody who has the luck? I never met nobody. Again, guys, subscribe. I spent $10 on you guys to make this video, so go ahead, man. At least drop me a like. Ox365, we're dedicating ourselves to a whole year of consistency, of being our best selves, and we're going to crush it in this channel. So if you want to follow along, join the fam. I'll catch y'all on the next one.